What if I told you the average American is paying over $4,000 a year just in interest? Not on their house, not on their car, just on credit cards. That's a monthly car payment going absolutely nowhere every single month. And here's the thing that keeps me up at night. Most people will spend more money on interest in their lifetime than they will on their children's education, more than they'll spend on vacations, more than they'll ever invest in their own retirement. But what if there was a way to flip the script? What if you could take that exact same money and turn it into your greatest wealth-building tool instead of your biggest drain? That's exactly what we're breaking down today. Not some generic spend less, save more advice. I'm talking about the actual mathematical strategies that banks hope you never figure out. The same playbook that's helped people eliminate decades of debt in just a few years. Now, why should you care about this right now, today specifically? Because debt isn't just numbers on a screen. Debt is stolen time. Every dollar you send to a credit card company is a dollar that could be working for you instead of against you. It's the trip you didn't take, the business you didn't start, the emergency fund you don't have when life inevitably throws something at you. And let me be clear, if you're carrying debt, you're not bad with money. You're not irresponsible. You're playing a game where the rules were designed by people who profit when you lose. Credit card companies spend billions of dollars every year on psychologists, data scientists, and marketing experts whose entire job is to keep you in debt longer. So let's talk about how we got here, because understanding the trap is the first step to escaping it. Think of debt like a treadmill that's slowly speeding up. When you first step on, it feels manageable. A small balance here, a minimum payment there. But here's what most people don't realize. Minimum payments are mathematically designed to keep you paying for as long as humanly possible. If you have $10,000 in credit card debt at 20% interest and you only pay the minimum, you could be paying for over 20 years. 20 years! You'd pay over $19,000 in interest alone. That means you're paying almost 3 times what you originally borrowed. The credit card company isn't your financial partner. They're running a business, and their business model depends on you staying in debt. So how do we fight back? There are 2 main strategies that actually work, and they're almost complete opposites. Choosing the right one depends entirely on how your brain is wired. The first one is called the Debt Avalanche. Think of it like being a heat-seeking missile that only targets the most expensive threat first. Here's how it works. You list all your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Then, you throw every extra dollar you have at the debt with the highest interest rate while paying minimums on everything else. Once that's gone, you roll that payment into the next highest rate, then the next, creating this crushing avalanche that gets bigger and more powerful as it goes. Mathematically, this is the optimal strategy. You will pay the least amount of money overall. For pure numbers people, this is the winner every time. But here's the part most people miss. Math isn't the only thing that matters when you're changing your financial life. Psychology matters just as much, sometimes more. That's where the second strategy comes in. It's called the Debt Snowball, and it was popularized by financial educators who understood something crucial. Humans aren't robots. We need wins. With the snowball, you ignore interest rates completely. Instead, you attack the smallest debt first, regardless of rate. The goal is to get a quick victory, feel that dopamine hit of crossing something off the list, and use that momentum to tackle the next one. Is it mathematically perfect? No. You might pay a little more in interest over time. But here's the reality. The best debt payoff strategy is the one you actually stick with. A slightly imperfect plan you follow beats a perfect plan you abandon every single time. So which one should you choose? Here's my rule of thumb. If you're the type of person who gets motivated by seeing progress, by checking things off lists, by small wins that keep you going, start with the snowball. If you're someone who can stay disciplined even when progress feels slow because you know the math is on your side, go avalanche. Neither is wrong. Both work. The only wrong choice is doing nothing. Now, here's your bonus. The thing I didn't promise in the intro, but you're getting anyway because it genuinely changes everything. There's a third option almost nobody talks about. It's called the Debt Avalanche plus Snowball Hybrid. Here's how it works. You pick your highest interest debt, but only if you can pay it off within 3 to 4 months. If not, Find a smaller debt you can eliminate quickly first, get that win, then switch to the avalanche method for everything else. You get the psychological momentum of the snowball with the mathematical efficiency of the avalanche. Best of both worlds. And one more thing. Before you put a single extra dollar toward debt, make sure you have a small emergency fund. Even $500 in a savings account can prevent you from going right back into debt when something breaks or goes wrong. Because something always breaks or goes wrong. Now here's what's wild. Once you eliminate your debt, all that money you were sending to credit card companies, it doesn't disappear. It becomes yours. And when you redirect it into investments that grow, you start building wealth at the exact same speed you were losing it before. That's the real transformation. You're not just getting out of a hole. You're climbing a mountain. And we're going to talk about exactly how to make that climb in the next video. Until then, pick your strategy, write down your debts, and let's get moving.